Hey, second grade. It is so good to see you. I've missed all your sweet faces, and I am just glad to be connected with you again. Today, we're going to start our reading lessons, and they're going to be a little bit different. Going to be a lot different, actually, but it's going to be okay. We're going to work through it together, and we're going to have a good time, and we're going to do the best we can. All right? So, we are starting a new unit, and we're going to be reading folk tales, fairy tales, and it's involving our standard, which says we're going to be able to recount stories, including fables, folk tales, and fairy tales from different cultures and determine the central message, lesson, or moral, and explain how it is conveyed through key details in the text. So our LEQ is, how can I infer meaning to synthesize, to determine the central message of a story from diverse cultures? So that's going to be our central message, or that's going to be our LEQ we're going to keep referring back to. Today we kind of have a fun story for you. Miss Patsos is here with me.
Hello.
We are excited because today our story is a play, and we're going to do it together. So I am so excited. We're going to read Why the Sun and Moon Live in the Sky. Are you ready?
All right. This play, Why the Sun and Moon Live in the Sky, is based on an African folktale that tells how the moon and sun ended up in the sky. Long ago, sun, moon, and water lived together on the earth. Sun and moon are eating breakfast at home.
I will visit my good friend Water today.
That sounds enjoyable, but why doesn't water ever visit us? Do you feel ashamed or embarrassed to invite water here?
No, I am proud of our house. I will invite Water today.
Sun visits water at the beach.
Water, why don't you ever visit us? Your house can't hold me and my family. That's nonsense. Moon and I will enlarge our house so that there will be plenty of room for everyone. Then I will visit you. Wonderful! Please holler loudly so I can hear you when you arrive. Now, I must dash home to quickly start the work.
Sun rushes home. Sun and the moon raced to make their home larger. They added rooms and raised the roof higher. The new house was completely different and had no similarities to their old home. They felt it was a victory or a win, for now their friend could visit.
Sun, moon, I have arrived. Isn't this the largest home you've ever seen?
Sun, it's not polite to brag, so please don't boast. To our guest, Water, come inside. Water splashed through the door, carrying colorful fish, frogs, and crabs. As the water began to rise, Sun and Moon climbed into the furniture. Then they scrambled onto the roof.
Moon, I'm not sure about the wisdom of inviting Water. Perhaps this wasn't a smart idea?
No, Sun, it was the right thing to do, but we must fly to safety. Sun and Moon flew to the sky, where they remain today, and still shine down on the water.
So we're going to hop over to our anchor chart, our graphic organizer, and we're going to start figuring out how to determine meaning and synthesize our story. Basically, synthesizing means summarizing in a specific way. So we're going to use our summary to determine our central message. And since this is an African folk tale, it is from a diverse culture. So follow me over here. Somebody. It refers to who was in my story. So let's look at my text. I have characters. Well, that tells me who's in my story. So we have sun and moon and water and my narrator. So my main characters would be sun, moon, and water, or the sun and the moon. So I'm going to write that. Under somebody. And what did they want to do? Let's refer back to my text. I will visit my good friend Water today. Well, he wanted to do that. But then Moon says, why doesn't Water ever come visit us? We should invite Water here. So what did Sun want to do? I will invite Water today. So Sun wanted to, so somebody wanted, Sun wanted what? To invite Water to their house. To invite Water to their house. But somebody wanted to invite Water, but something happened. Let's go back in our text and find what happened. Water goes to the beach. Water's invited over. Water comes. Water splashes through the door. The water began to rise. Let's take a look. Let's see. But they had to fix their house, right? But the problem was they didn't have enough room. So, what did they do? They quickly added rooms and raised a roof higher. Then, that's where I got a little ahead of myself, I'm sorry. Then, water splashed through the door, and what happened? They had to fly to safety. So, this is summarizing a text. Basically, you have your beginning, then you have your middle, then you have your ending. All right, second grade, your next task is to go underneath this video on the link for YouTube. We have found another fable for you to read, and you show me how you can do the summarizing. So, you're going to get a piece of notebook paper, and you are going to summarize your story that we are giving you to listen to. You're going to tell me somebody who was the main character or person in your story? Our main character was the sun and the moon. What did they want to do in your fable? Our fable, we wanted to invite water to the house. Then, what was my problem? What was my problem? Well, their house wasn't big enough. They had to build a room. So, how did they solve the problem? They made more room. What happens in your fable? Then, what was the resolution, or how did it end in your fable? In our fable, it was water splashed through in the house and they had to leave. What happened in yours? So you're going to take your piece of notebook paper, write me your graphic organizer, and then send a picture of it to me in Dojo. Okay? If you have questions, anything you need, please reach out to your teachers because we want to help you. Do not do the assignment because you don't understand the directions, okay? So you're gonna take a piece of paper, write your answers, take a snapshot of it, okay? Then you're gonna go on to Class Dojo and write me a message and attach your picture to it. That way I know you have done your work. This shows me that you've done your reading lesson for the day. If you have questions, if you're not sure what the wanted part was or the so was, feel free to ask. We are here. We want to help you. It would just like if you were in the classroom with us when you raise your hand. We want to answer your questions. So feel free to get some help. We're working on this together. This is all brand new material. And we get that it's going to be a little confusing. It's confusing for us. We get it, and we're all working through this together, so feel free to reach out. All right, we love you, second grade. We'll see you in a little bit.